Aha. Okay, sweet. Intros are for scrubs. The game is already upon us. We are heading for the West Shroud, I guess is what it's called. I need to pull up a map. So what I need to do. I don't know where I'm going. This way. I'm going the right-ish way. It's fine. Okay, cool. Great. Alright. We do not begin today's stream in the cold, inky blackness of the void. Instead, we are right in the game. Because why the heck not? Occurred to me at this stage of the career, it's not like people are is that? It's not right. Wait. I went the wrong way because I'm a fool. Great. Alright, anyway, yeah, so this stage of the game, it's not like there's people that are like, you know, queuing up to wait for the stream anyway. Might as well just get right into it. Why even bother waiting around, you know? Just talking to myself in the void. I'd rather talk to myself in a world full of real people? I don't know. Are there MMO players even real? It's all just a trick by Square Enix to make people think this game's popular. Anyway. Today's plan. I've been playing a little bit off stream. As you can see, I leveled up a little bit. I got a fancy new coat. Did a few little side quests that were silly. But I got a whole queue of quests on the right there on the screen that involve mostly the newly introduced enemy, the Ixali. Apparently some beast tribe people. That's the people who like attack the caravan right at the beginning of the game. But more importantly, I accidentally started a quest that's actually slightly more conducive to more pertinent to the story, at least for the Conjurer's route. I talked to Nolanel or whatever. He's down there. I jumped down there, but it causes damage and pain. Basically, he wanted me to find dirt that was dirty and then clean it. Because the Conjurer's route makes so much sense. So I found the dirty dirt. It's back over here. I found it while I was doing like another quest. I didn't touch it. Because I assume when I touch the dirty dirt, something's going to happen to me. So let's just start here and see what happens. Interacting with corrupted soil. What? No way. A hostile presence in this game. Ooh, that's hostile. Wait. Ow. No. It's causing such minor damage. How will I ever survive? I don't know if I possibly during my... I think all the goofing around I've been doing has caused me to get a bit stronger than the main quest line. So... I am not muted. Okay, sweet. I'm paranoid about that now because I have been cursed, and as long as I stream faster than the curse can keep up with, nothing bad will happen. Can I jump in here? I can't. Running jump. Samara, where are you? Oh, I didn't know I could look down there. No videotapes, it's fine. Alright. So that was... So Trial by Earth, I had to kill the sprite, save the soil. And, YOLO! Oh, jeez, that's fine. Save time. Nolanel, that was his name. Ugh, there's spiders around here, it's fine. Blessed Bud. Welcome back, Grayson. The elementals whisper of your accomplishments. Okay. How did it feel to confront that embodiment of Earth, to endure its onslaught? Has the crushing power of this element shaken the very marrow of your bones? Just want to learn Cura. Corruption occurs when the land's wounds are prevented from healing. In vanquishing the tainted sprite, you permitted the Earth's energies to flow unimpeded, and to nourish the land once more. Can you not sense the strength of the Earth returning? Already the land begins to heal. Thanks to your actions, that field will once again bear bountiful crops. Cool. Sure. When next you have reason to call upon your art, look back upon this task and that which you accomplished. Did I pick the different class? And I thought I was going for white mage. So why am I... farmer? Farming? What? I don't know, whatever. Experience once more the grinding weight of the earth's fury and revel in the memory of life flowing anew through the land you helped restore. With such thoughts shall your understanding of nature continue to grow. I hope you were paying attention, Sylphie. Oh, that's Sylphie, I guess. Alright. See this adventurer here? Grayson came all the way from Stillglade Fane just to hear my lesson. I think that's the place up the hill. Or maybe... I don't know where that is. I don't know the names of anything in here. It's so much fantasy mumbo nonsense. It's fine. You would do well to learn from his example. If you wish to become a conjurer worthy of the name, you must make an effort to study nature. Do you attend me, young lady? Why should I bother studying nature? Kind of on the same boat with her. I can conjure already. That's a nice knee shot. Oh. Okay. See, I want to learn that spell. Why'd I fight the ground? See? You have a rare gift for healing, Sylphie. A wonderful gift. Yet there is more to being a conjurer. I don't think there's supposed to be. I don't want to do more. I want to heal. I'm good at healing. You can't make me do those other things. I kind of agree. Sometimes I wonder why I even try. Sylphie joined the guild shortly before you came to us. As you yourself just experienced, she possesses a prodigious talent for healing. Indeed, despite her tender years, I know a few conjurers who are her equal in that field. Alas, nature, the very wellspring of her power, holds no interest for the child, and when she should by rights be learning about the land, she prefers instead to wander it, healing people on a whim. What a terrible thing to do. Downright shameful. You, in contrast, have been a most attentive student. I have taught you all I know of the element of earth. You may report back to Brother E-Sumi and tell him as much. You didn't teach me anything. You made me go clean your crops. And then you lectured a different girl in front of me. Like, what? Alright, it's fine. It's all just... This is basically like tutorial quests, so it's fine. You know? It's fine. I'm not angry. This thing needs to not be alive right now. Okay, that's good. Alright, so... What is this? Oh, there's a fate. I'm 6 levels ahead of it. They're probably fine. Ooh. Oh, that's a big bear. I am synced to the level of you. I literally stooped to your level in order to join this fight. That's how desperate I was to remove you from this land. That's a big bear over there, little 50 fecta. That is terrifying. But, oh yeah, during the off-stream hours, I, got pretty good at, I don't know if good is a word, but like, I'm starting to figure out like the flow of my different skills and things, because I have a lot of skills. not a lot of skills. I'm starting to get skills slowly. Because I got things for like curing, I got things for... I finally figured out arrow, the green button, is damage over time. So that little timer that shows up underneath the level 3 Dischuba is doing damage over time, and so that's good to keep that up regularly just to get that free damage going as I continue to pummel him with my stone ability, the yellow button on the left. And then I can also cure myself with the blue button, make sure I do that periodically. And I have another button that lets me like heal from poison. I have a button that heals sleep, but it doesn't work when I am asleep, so I guess that's going to be mostly for parties. I did it. There it is. Level sync is the system which allows you to... Okay. Basically, I can just become weak enough to fight things. But more importantly, I'm strong enough to kill these stupid things. I don't like them. Like, during my off-recording time, I successfully killed a level 17 treant sapling, which made me feel very cool. But again, I'm realizing, like, especially early on, the Conjurer class is kind of OP. Because I think compared to most other classes, I have... Like, I can't deal, you know, very high damage. See, he can make me go to sleep. Like, I can't deal a ton of damage, but what I can do is I can heal myself, and I can also cure status ailments with Esuna. I can cure poison and I think, like, paralysis and some other stuff. And so even though I'm not terribly strong, at these lower levels, I can be like my one-person party and handle all my own nonsense. I don't know if I want to go towards that. This might be a mistake. Can I? Oh. I was gonna see if I could steal some XP off of that, but I guess not. It's fine. I shall... You know, I'll go back to actually doing the things I was supposed to do. I got super distracted because it's getting to the point where, like, the combat is getting a little more fun. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so one of my quest lines is I gotta go fight a bunch of these guys. Apparently 3 at once. I'm gonna see if I can maybe draw this guy away by himself. Hey! They totally don't care that I'm murdering their friend. Great. Yeah, so those are the Ixali. They're kind of like bird reptile people. And apparently they've been invading the forest, and so I have a whole bunch of quests lined up that basically involve getting them off our lawn. Because they're bad, I guess. I don't know. I think back during my first stream, or no, it was last stream, that encounter I had fighting all the giant trees with the Lalafell and the other human person with the who had like the cloth over her eyes, whatever. You respawned, you son of a gun. Alright. But anyway, yeah, so I think the Ixali had caused that situation. They put like a sword and a stump, and I guess that made the trees all grumpy. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I'm that far enough into the game to... I've done it, apparently. But I think I'm supposed to, like... These, like, on the map, there's all those, like, red circly areas. And I think all those areas are infested with these Ixali scouts that I need to get rid of. And I'm sure this is a totally good thing to do from a moral standpoint. There's going to be no implications later that come from the indiscriminate slaughter of other intelligent species. It's totally fine. I'm getting XP for it, so stop spawning. Okay. I need to kill specifically a Dull Talons, which is that guy. I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, my specific objective was to kill a certain number of these people. So we're gonna get those guys are no longer allowed to be alive, so that's good. You can see I'm getting like a check marks popping up to show that I'm a winner. I think I had to slay Opos as well in order to get somebody's beams back. I wasn't really. It's another one of those like just random side quests. I don't know exactly what the details were. But I guess these monkeys stole their beans and they're angry. Hey, okay, so I gotta kill like 6 of them, it looks like. I gotta say, like, I realize, like, from a game perspective, it makes sense that, like, these early areas, the enemies would not be, like, immediately aggressive. Like, for the most part, they just, like, wander around unless you initiate it. Which is nice, because as a newbie, it'll keep you from being, like, overwhelmed by, like, swarms of small enemies or whatever. But then, like, from, like, a world perspective, I'm showing up at these guys' home and just ruining their day, or worse. Doesn't feel super heroic. Like, that guy, his back was turned, that was not fair. I'm like twice his level. I'm definitely picking on him. But it's fine. Oh. Person. I kind of forget that this is like an online game sometimes. And so like randomly like real people show up and it will just scare me. Because I think I mentioned this during the first stream, but this is the first MMO I've ever, like, really played. Like, I think when I was, geez, like, maybe 10 or 11, my friend had a RuneScape account, and he let me log on a couple of times to try it, and I think some more advanced player showed up during, in, like, I like wandered into like a PvP area on accident. Some advanced player showed up, killed me, took my stuff, and I was like, I don't want to play these ever again. And then I didn't for a long, long time. And then my as of yet unnamed friend cajoled me into playing this one over a period of like, I think he's been talking about this game for like 5 years, at least to me. I think he's been playing the game for like 8 or 9 years. Which is insane to play any one game for that long. But I guess he really likes it. And maybe eventually, if I can get good and get on his level, we'll maybe do some streams together. I don't know. But in the meantime, this lady wants her beans back, so I'm gonna get her beans. Gamera. I suppose there's nothing to be done. What's that, young man? You have something for me? I have beans. Me and the boys went searching for your beans. My missing bag of Moontoi beans. But how? You didn't track down those wretched Opos, did you? I had all but given up hope before you arrived, but with these beans I can make enough Moontoi tonic for everyone in Hurstmill. As long as I have enough micro-chew leaflets to flavor it, there should be no complaints. Speaking of which, my son drank unflavored Moontoi tonic the other day. One of his friends challenged him to do it, he said, and you know what? He drained the whole cup in one great gulp, without making so much as a face. Oh, he grows stronger and braver by the day. Nay, the very hour. Either that, or my secret recipe is rather more delicious than I imagined. Now that I think about it, a good many people have described the taste as unforgettable. Great. Thanks for giving me real potions and not whatever nonsense you're talking about. Dameda needs someone to gather microchu leaflets for her cooking. Sure. Oh dear, if I'm to make this much Muntui tonic, I'll need far more microchu leaflets. Young man, would you be so kind as to fetch me 4 leaflets from the microchus outside the hamlet? I'm whipping up a fresh batch of Muntui tonic, you see. Oh, it's a lovely drink. Absolutely bursting with nutrients and goodness. I'll have you know I always drink at least 1 cup a day. Alas, few people share my passion for healthy living. Truth be told, most won't touch the stuff. Not unless you add microchewed leaflets anyway. Apparently the taste and the smell are too distracting or some such nonsense. Oh, but listen to me prattling on like an Ishgardian priest. I shall stop talking and start stirring. Well, don't just stand there, dear. Run along and fetch me those leaves. This batch will be ready soon, and it'd be such a shame if no one could drink it but me. Alright, that's another quest. I'm on my way. Alright. So maybe if I run into those on the way, I'll take care of that. But that could also just be like an off-stream thing. It doesn't seem that... Like, I'm trying to keep, like, the streams for the more interesting, more, like, main story kind of stuff. At least, generally. What was this red area for? Oh, I'm probably supposed to kill microchews. That's probably what she wants. Okay. It's not actually a gathering so much as a doing. Here. I'm gonna go this way. I got a couple more quest markers. One of them looked pretty cool. It wanted me to investigate the hedge tree. Harriers of the hedge tree. That quest, the second quest on the right there. Oh, something's thumping. Said there's something weird going on with the tree, so I'm gonna go investigate it. And, it's probably fine. You know? Overactive imaginations and all that. I sense a hostile presence. I do? Oh, it's a thing. No, don't, wait. Ixali Scout, how could you? Oh. That's kinda tough, I guess. It's actually not. I don't like that ability. Okay. I did it. I investigated it, and now someone is dead. That's a solid investigation. I mean, really, is it even an is it like even an investigation if no one dies? Like, the tree follows in the forest and no one's killed by it. Does anyone really care? Oh, microchew. You know what? Oh, you're level 17. I'm gonna kill a couple of these microchews. They're kind of on the way. It's not that hard. Take care of that quest too. And again, I do love the fact that nobody cares. I can just do whatever I want. And it's fine. And also, like, again, this is actually another example of the Conjurer being kind of OP early on, because these microchews, I think, would generally be more of a pain for people because they cause poison, which is damage over time, and so you'd probably have to, like, buy items or something to specifically counteract that. But I have a spell that just straight up heals me. See? No more poison. So, pretty nice, I gotta say. And the fact that I can heal myself, I mean, I haven't used Repose at all, actually. What does Repose do? Wait. Repose. Oh my gosh, that's what that does? I'm an idiot. So I can make other things go to sleep, apparently. That seems very useful, because I could cast my damage dealy spell that does damage over time, and then put the enemy to sleep, and just drink my tea while it just dies itself to death. In fact, okay, I'm gonna... A level 17 treant sapling. You're about to become part of my experiment. Oh. Does it work? It's totally asleep. And it's still being ouched. Oh. That's just not even fair. So I could probably... Oh, man. I kind of want to go back and try to fight a scorpion now. There's like level 25 enemies. I wonder if I could freaking cheese it. Oh my gosh, I think I could... I mean, this would take an hour and a half to do it this way. But... I could literally put things to sleep and just watch it take damage over time. That's kind of amazing. But that would also take an eternity, so... And I might experiment with that off stream. I'll see if I can, like, beat down a tough enemy just with pure cheese. And if the game will actually let me do it. Because I'm curious now. That'd be really... really fun. It's actually, this is something I... Oh. I wasn't paying attention to my health. I got distracted. Do I lose anything from dying? I don't think I really lost anything. I just wasn't paying attention to my health, but... Oh, that's embarrassing. Everybody saw me resurrect like a scrub. Wait, actually... I need to use this crystal anyway to get back to where I was, so... This one. Okay. And I guess it was the North Shroud I was in, technically. But anyway. So that's embarrassing. I looked like a fool because I wasn't watching my health. After bragging about how OP my class is. So, that doesn't feel good. What was I saying, though? Oh, right. I was gonna see about possibly cheesing the game and if it'll let me. Or if it's got some kind of protocols that prevent you from doing that. Because it's one of my favorite things, like, in-game, like these open-world games. I like to see how far I can push it into areas that I shouldn't be. I just think it's a lot of fun just to get to places you oughtn't to be yet, just to, you know, because there's always, like, extra good loot around there. If you can skirt the enemies. Like, and again, this is actually probably, like, why one of my favorite... RPGs, you know, one of them is Final Fantasy XII, because pretty early on into that game, like maybe like 10-15 hours into it, you pretty much have access to like 90% of the map, if you're brave enough, because you can get access to these caverns that run underneath the whole like continent of the game, basically, the Zertanen caverns. And if you're brave enough to go into those caverns where all the enemies are like end game level strength, or like level 60 plus usually. So very powerful, very scary. But if you're either willing to, like, why are you walking backwards like a weirdo? Yeah, if you're brave enough, you can go down there, either skirt the enemies or try to fight them and probably lose. And then yeah, you can go through those caverns and then just explore the rest of the game, like these areas you shouldn't be at. And you can get, you know, chests and items and equipment that are like way above what you should have at that point. Then you can go back to earlier parts of the game, go back to the main story, and be like super overpowered for it. And it's way fun. It's super fun to do. You wanted me to kill things. Slew an Ixali, did you? Ha! Bloody birds will think twice before coming near our hamlet. The Ixal once dwelt in the Twelveswood, you know, but long ago they woke the Green Wrath and were driven out. Needless to say, they weren't best pleased when us Gridanians took their place here. In fact, it's none other than this resentment what kindled their hatred for us. Ah, but I expect I'm warning you. By defending the hedge tree, you've once more proven yourself a friend to Hurstmill. If you can spare a moment, I ask that you speak with others in the hamlet. Many of us here could use a hand, and I can think of none better to assist them. I can get boots of wearing, or money. And I think the money probably is smarter in the long run, because all this early game equipment probably really isn't that great. Man, I'm a sucker for boots. Like, I got me some slightly shorter boots. I got me a cloak that's somewhere between, like, it's either like a long shirt or like a short dress, I'm not sure. Got my my tights on. Man, they a lot of the early game gear is not made for the male types, I don't think. Oh well. Ah, it's getting all dark and rainy. Alright, Demeta, I have your leaves. Ah, you're back. Did you manage to find the microtree leaf I asked for? I did. They're yours. Let's see. Yes, that's 4. Alright. Sniff, sniff. Ah, such a lovely scent. Now, you gathered only the 4 I asked for, and not one more, yes? Oh, I know I shouldn't have to ask, but these days, more and more people forget to take only what they need. If we're to live in harmony with the wood, we must respect life and remember what it means to take it. Oops. Uh-oh. Never be wasteful. Know the value of life, know the value of our time here in this world. That's why I always live my life to the fullest, wasting nary a moment and nary a word, nay, not so much as a single one. Remember, if you mean to remain within the Twelveswood, you must be ever mindful to show respect and gratitude to the forest and to the elementals. You know, you remind me of my son. He's a good boy, but sometimes forgets what it means to be a Gridanian. Why, just the other day, I caught him and his friends throwing Muntoy beans at each other. Needless to say, I was terribly cross. Who wouldn't be? And all set to give them a memorable scolding, when I noticed they were playing in teams, and that my son was leading the winners. Oh, I know I shouldn't have been proud, but when I saw the way he marshaled his troops, by which I mean his friends, it was so clear to me that he was a born leader. Ah, where was I? Oh yes, you see, later that day I was cooking dinner and he, quite without prompting, offered to wash the vegetables. He's such a good boy, you know. Lady. Ethers. Hard leather pot helm. Oh, sure looks like a nice hat, but I can't wear it. Get some ether. I already have some ether. I'll take one of these. I don't think I've ever taken one, but I think in this case that's the bestest for me. So, okay. There's another quest that popped up in here. Let's go do that. Alrighty. Let's see what's on the other side of this door. Wait. Oh, you're over there. And Maria, you say. Emeria of Hurstmill is deeply troubled and could do with the aid of a kindly adventurer. Pardon me, good sir. Might you be the adventurer of whom Eadbert speaks so highly? If you could but spare a moment. I've never thought myself a popular girl, and men rarely give me cause to believe otherwise. Yet lately I've been the recipient of several gifts. Sparkling jewels and fine silks over which a prouder maid than I would surely swoon. All from an anonymous admirer. Naturally I was flattered, but I knew nothing of my mysterious benefactor. And so I endeavored to seek him out, only to discover that he is none other than Albert, an infamous rogue wanted for countless robberies in Gridania. I realize now that all of his presents were taken from others, and that I have unwittingly won the affection of a dangerous criminal. But that's not all. With his latest gift,
came a request. He insists that we meet in the woods outside of Hurstmill, where he intends to present me with his most precious gift.
Oh, red flags, lady.
I am at a loss. I beg of you, good sir, will you not go in my stead? I wish only to be left in peace, but I fear a man such as he may be driven to violence when made to hear such words. I pray no harm comes to you.
Okay, well. This actually seems like a more... I am going to go meet this guy, because this seems fun. I am curious about Albert, let me tell you. Destination. Do. Okay. That was thumpy. A man cries out in rage. Albert the Lost? Oh, ouch. He does ouchies. See, this doesn't feel so good. I assumed there was going to be some conversation involved. But, I guess we're just going straight to the murder. So that's, sorry, Al. Ailbert, I guess. I was spelling that wrong, or saying it wrong. Is he dead? I think he might be dead. That doesn't feel good. Well, good news about your relationship status. You can set it to single.
All for naught. I give thanks that you're unharmed at least. A letter? For me?
That doesn't feel good.
My dearest Emiria, I pray this letter finds you well. I know my gifts were sudden and many, but I hope they were to your liking. Seeing you in the first summer of your womanhood, I could restrain myself no longer. My thoughts have been only of you these past many moons, of what gifts might bring you happiness. Yet to see you smile from afar is not nearly enough. I long to live together with you in Hurstmill, and nothing would bring me greater joy. I would give you a grand garden, filled with the white chamomile you love so. But such dreams can never come true. My crimes are known, and will never be forgiven. The most I can hope for is for you to know my heart. That would grant me a measure of peace. And so, if it does not cause you distress, I would write to you again. Yours ever, Albert.
Oh, that doesn't feel good.
Thank you for bringing me this letter, Grayson. His most precious gift. I understand now. But how did he know my favorite flower? Is Albert... No, it can't be. Anyway, we must return the presents to the rightful owners. I know it will not erase this... Albert's sins, but perhaps the 12 will view him more kindly. Forgive me this final request, but could you go to Gridania and speak with a woman named Mion? You should find her in the Carline Canopy. Tell her of all that transpired here today. She'll know what to do.
Deliver Albert's letter to Maria. Okay. Maybe he didn't die? He seemed kind of dead. I don't know. Seems like a... And I get like the whole like returning stuff to the people's what's it came from and whatnot, but that's, I don't know. It's a bummer. Kind of like a bad dude that was maybe thinking about mending his ways, maybe. Glimshroom. I was told to collect this, I can't remember why. But that there was a chance of bad guys appearing. I guess that was a false report. No bad guys appeared. So, great. No worked to U3 outside of that spire. Portrait brother E-Sumi-Yan still glides me. Okay, so actually, yeah, I'll do the Glimshroom thing when I come back. So I'll need to go back to that Hearst Mill later. Looks like I have a couple more quests that are now ready to go over in... My brain stopped. Gridania. Gridania is the name of the thing. So, we go. Tat Spire. Oh, wait, there's a... That's where that is. I think Itat Spire is actually the next, Am I gonna be able to get up here? Itat Spire, I think, is actually the next main story quest thing, so maybe let's do that for a minute. Let's actually focus on the story, I guess. Because it's important or whatever. This is way up here. Gwythrit. Okay. It was bloody work, but it had to be done. Your service to Gridania will not be forgotten. Oh, I think this is for killing all the Ixali. Thanks to you, and now I have time to plot our next move. We could muster our forces and take the battle to the Birdmen, or consolidate our defenses before they return. I must needs consult with the commander. You must needs do that then. Is that all you needed? Ooh. I thought that would pop up the next part of the main storyline, but it didn't. Oh, this is a good plan. And it was. Everyone who doubted, except that was exactly the wrong way, so it was a terrible plan. Alright. Let's head back into Gridania. Like, fast travel is almost a thing in this game. Like, you do have the Aethernet ports, and you have crystals that cost money. Based on all the other player characters I see around, it looks like mounts are going to become a thing at some point. They'll probably let you get around a bit quicker. But in the meantime, I guess I got 2 legs that aren't broken. Ugh. Something... Check mark here. False positive. Let me talk to E-Sumi-Yan and see what other psychopathic thing he wants me to do to prove I love healing. I think... Was it last stream? He gave me a book full of things... of, like, creatures that I needed to kill in order to become a better healer. I still need to figure that out. Because that is important, I guess. I don't know. Ah, Grayson, you have returned. But tell me, how did you fare under Nolanel's expert tutelage? Have you delved deep into the earth and felt its suffocating weight? Its life-sustaining vigor? Such experiences will serve you well. And have you aught else to report? A fledgling conjurer named Sylphie cast healing magic upon you. How kind of her. I must confess to sharing Nolanel's frustration with the girl. She wants to heal things. In a conjurer's guild. Of all the ludicrous things. Ridiculous. As you yourself have witnessed, Sylphie possesses a natural talent for the conjuring of mending and restoration. Alas, her gifts appear to have blinded her to the need for study, and she outright refuses to learn about the natural world.
She knows nothing of the elements of earth and wind, and is quite incapable of conjuring even the tiniest pebble or the faintest breeze. I have tried upon numerous occasions to explain to her that conjurers who are ignorant of the sources of their power pose a risk to themselves and others, but all to no avail. Should she continue to deny the debt she owes to nature, and indulge in ever more reckless displays of power, there is every possibility that she will create a dangerous imbalance. Needless to say, I am presently at a loss to know such an eventuality might be prevented. To know how such an eventuality might be prevented. I feel like I'm missing something. Because if I understand right, Sylphie is a conjurer, which is a healing class. She specifically wants to heal, and she doesn't want to hurt things. And everybody in this guild is like, how can you be a healer and not want to hurt things? Ridiculous! Everyone knows white mages kill stuff. It's part of our creed. Ah, a thought occurs to me, Grayson. It may be that your encounter with Sylphie was ordained by the elementals. Should you chance to meet with her again, I ask that you strive to impress upon her the importance of opening oneself to nature's voice. Mayhap she will listen to you. Throw a rock at her. See how she likes it. I don't know. But we have discussed our wayward young friend's education enough. Let us speak instead of one of my more willing pupils, namely you. Ooh. The progress you have made does you great credit, Grayson. Though you are yet new to the art of conjuring, you are no stranger to nature's embrace. Considering all that you have learned, I hope you understand the true significance of these words. Options. You can get a custom-made robe of healing. Okay. You can get a hempen hat. A bone ring that does not help me. A copper wristlet, which maybe I don't really know very well how I'm reading these, if I'm reading them right. Or I can get a whole bunch of Allegan 10 pieces. By a whole bunch, I mean 5. I mean, it kind of seems like this is the only one that has like a green plus on it, so I feel like that's also probably looks super sick. Can I? Okay, I can just take one. Okay. Look at me being a healer in my dress. So manly. What do you want? Brother E-Sumi-Yan wants you to learn about the element of wind. Sure. Greetings, Grayson. Each time we meet, the part of conjure befits you ever better. In your previous lesson, you learned about the element of earth. It is my desire that you next become acquainted with the wind. Travel to Full Flower Combe in the East Shroud, and seek the teachings of Hearer Wolfew. Though scant few years have passed since her coming of age, Wolfew is a conjurer of consummate skill who is able to divine the will of air elementals with uncommon clarity. I can recommend no better tutor for your lessons in the mysteries of wind. Okay. I'll do that eventually, I guess. What are you doing? You're bowing, okay. That's fine. I guess that's allowed. Alrighty. So let's see here. So I need to... Okay, speak with Wolfew. Speak with Mion. Or deliver the Glimshroom. Speak with Mion. It'd be really nice if all of this like fantasy garble came with like a pronunciation guide. Because I'm winging it, and I'm winging it hard. Like, winging it so hard I might actually take off in flight. I have no clue how to pronounce a lot of this stuff. I'm just straight up guessing. It's really messing with like my flow of like trying to sight read this.
I'm trying to sight read it and be fairly interesting with the speak, but man, when they keep throwing out garble, it's not cool.
Hmm? A message from Emeria of Hurstmill, you say? I see. Oh, Aelbert, you fool. I'll deal with the stolen goods, worry not. Yes, I know of the boy. And his family. He once lived in this very town. One day he stole a handful of chamomile seeds from an influential merchant in the ebony stalls. You see, this boy had a sister, and chamomile was her favorite flower. Seeking only to make his sister happy, I doubt he grasped the gravity of his act. Regardless, his parents felt that he had brought terrible shame to the family, and so they disowned him. Cast out of hearth and home, he grew desperate, and those who think only of survival think little of law. A common enough tale, perhaps, but no less tragic for it. And now you know the truth. The sister Aelbert loved so dearly is Emeria. Emeria was too young to remember when Aelbert left, so her parents decided to conceal his existence. However, word of the boy's banishment soon spread, and her parents were forced to move to Hurstmill to maintain the fiction. Alright. By now, Emeria surely heard rumors of her long-lost brother, though a gentle girl like her would never question her parents' honesty, and whatever faint memories she once may have had are long gone. But Aelbert has never forgotten Emeria. Despite the danger, I suspect he now keeps close to Gridania, refusing to leave his beloved sister a second time. Is he not dead then? Did I not kill him? That'd feel a little better on the storyline. I'll send Emeria some chamomile seeds by way of thanks for helping us to recover the stolen goods. If only it were as simple as returning them to the rightful owners. Sadly, Aelbert's crimes will not be so easily forgiven. But perhaps, by the time these seeds have sprouted and their flowers bloomed, he will have found a new path. I really think I killed him. I threw a lot of rocks at his head. And it was kind of a death cry kind of sound when he fell over. I mean, oh, I don't know. I'd be dead. I have pants. And you can't even tell. Like all good pants, they're invisible to the eye. Boy, I sure thought that, well, I'll head to the West Shroud or whatever it was saying. I guess that's kind of the next thing. Hold on. Let me see here. Okay, trial by wind. Speak map. Okay, so I need to go. Is there like any other? Okay, so I need to go. I might have to go down, but I think I can go from the side here. Okay. I'll try going from the side first. I assume that should be fine. Man, I don't want to jinx it. Like, I really, really don't want to jinx it. But this stream has been going shockingly well. Shockingly well. Like, from a technical perspective. Like, nothing's crashed. Like, I think last stream, my virtual camera crashed like 4 times. What was that? Crashed like 4 times. And I also nearly missed the starting time of the stream because the universe conspired against me and everything I stand for. That doesn't seem right. Am I... I don't know that I can go this way. Wait a minute.
Let me talk to the boat guy. I think I might have to hoof it from the other direction, though. Maybe I don't even talk to the boat guy. That would sure answer that question. Also, is there like a way to just... Let me see here. Oop, okay. Oh, that's what it's saying, is there's a quest over there, which that is correct. There is a quest on that part of the map that I need to get to eventually. But it looks like... there must not be anything else for the main quest line for the moment. I guess killing those Ixali was like the last thing they needed from me for a bit. And so I can just focus on the Conjurer thing. I just... oh wait, let me... whatever, I'm just gonna... Okay, let's just go the long way. Okay, this is the closest one. Speak with the NPC. Oh. Alright. I shall do that. SK7731 advises me to go speak with the NPC. I'm guessing you mean the one by... because there was that one guy by the boat that I kind of walked past. I think he said Ferry Master. In retrospect, that does make sense. So let's try that. Oh. What is Sweet Bloom Pier? Can I... wait a minute, can I... I'm playing on a controller because I'm a scrub, by the way. So navigating the UI is a little less fortuitous. The lavender beds. I think I must want sweet. I messed up. How do I go away? Please stop. Okay. I must want sweet bloom pier. Yes. Didn't really say how much that was going to cost, but it's there. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm glad you suggested that. I was definitely gonna just walk away and hoof it. I still gotta hoof it slightly, but this is not nearly so much hoofing. Especially since I don't have a horse to actually hoof with. I just have feet. Level 11? Oh. Things got a wee bit tougher. I cast wind. It's like that saying about the birds and the stones. The birds don't like them. Ouch. Cool, okay. I got shiny for a second. Whoa. Enemies got quite tougher. I don't feel so over-leveled anymore. Well, 14 pigs. Okay. It's probably that over there. There's some people. Alright, that's fine. Merchant and Mender. Wolfew? I still don't know how to say that exactly. Ah, you must be Grayson. Brother E-Sumi-Yan sent word to expect you. It shall be my pleasure to instruct you on the patterns of gusts and gales. Now, how to proceed? Pray forgive my hesitation. It was but recently that I attained the title of hearer, and, well, you are my first student. Yeah, okay. Yes, I believe I have a suitable task for you. To the east of Sweet Bloom Pier, there is a small spring, giving rise to a pool. Go there and clear the air of the honeybee swarm which lately took up residence in the area. You seem uncertain. Mayhap you wonder at the connection between my request and the subject of your study? I sympathize, Grayson, but trust me, inexperienced though I may seem, this deed will deepen your understanding of wind.
healer's route sure involves a lot of killing nature. Oh, it was up this way. Tree slug. That is yucky looking. I wonder if I can... It's a little tougher than me, but not that much tougher. Ooh. I'm realizing, like in some games, like the level numbers give you a pretty clear indication of, like, don't mess with things above your level. But this game's a bit more gentle, at least in terms of... At least it feels that way. Like, I feel like... Oh, I'm almost dead again. If I pay attention, I can fight tougher enemies. The catch is I gotta pay attention. I'm not good at paying attention, apparently. Okay. Yay, I killed a thing. Alright. Like, this is probably where, like... Treant. 14, that's okay. I mean, it's not that much. I think I can actually probably handle most anything in the area. It just feels unnerving because it says it's a higher level than me. But it's not really so bad. How do I... Oh. Okay. I guess it's a pond, technically. Oh, there's the hostile presence. It really... Did she, like, specify why this particular swarm was being a problem? Because I feel like generally, at least, you want bees around. I could be wrong. Maybe these are, like, biker bees or something. They started a gang. They've been causing problems, roughhousing, tearing up pubs, or whatever they have around here. Been getting down the wrong paths. Oh. Wait, what? Oh. Interesting. Enemies are slightly more aggressive. That one picked a fight with me. I think that's like the first time that's ever happened outside of a Fate. Okay. Cool. Alright, so I've killed much more nature than I was supposed to, which means I'm gonna be even more rewarded, right? What was it, Wolfie? Wolfie you? Wolf you, Wolf me? What? Welcome back. I take it the bees are no more? Tell me, did you happen to notice many of the Vilekin's preferred flowers in the vicinity of the spring? I ask because there were none. Strange then, is it not, the bees should choose to congregate there? And what has caused this aberrant behavior? Still your mind and reach out with your senses. Can you feel it? The path of the wind veers from its natural course, sweeping hapless creatures along in its wake. So the bees were not acting natural, which makes them bad. I get, okay, sure. It's like in Men in Black when he shoots the girl with the calculus textbook, because why is a 6th grader got calculus textbooks in an alley full of monsters? Or something like that. Something is playing havoc with the air currents. Such a disturbance bespeaks corruption. Bee speaks. Return to the spring near Sweet Bloom Pier and search for pockets of corrupted air. Should you find one, use your powers of conjury to disperse it. Okay. Hello, Misa Misato? Those birds with the marker on top of their head for your hunting log. Oh, right. Yeah, the conjury log. So I'm supposed to kill certain things. I joined a fate. What?
Oh, there's so many things happening. What happened? Carry and baggage? Sorry, I've been distracted. What happened? Where is it? Who? Is it fine? Oh, it's these things. That's the fate, maybe? Yes. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so I see. If they have that certain marker, that's part of my log. And so I probably have to like get like a certain number of them, right? And once I fill out the log, then that'll advance that part of my Conjurer skill tree, or whatever, however that part works. Okay, that makes sense. So, okay, thanks for that, Misami Sato. And then, oh, yeah, I leveled up. And then SK7731. Enemies with the red icon are aggressive, enemies with blue icon are passive unless attacked. Okay. So that's actually something I gotta pay attention to now. And that makes sense. That's kind of a... I think that's how it worked in Final Fantasy XII too. Like, enemies were green... Okay, come on. Enemies were green until you attacked them, or if they were red, that meant they would just attack you if you got too close. Stop interrupting me. So, okay, that makes sense. So I actually have to start paying attention to the enemies I'm wandering past. I was getting too comfortable with all those squirrels and ladybugs, because they wouldn't mess with me if I didn't mess with them. You know, I was always under the impression that, like, these fates would be, like, swarming with players. But that really hasn't been the case. It seems like every time I run into a fate, it's just me dealing with it. Oh my gosh, and it keeps interrupting my spell casting. Which is, I mean, I guess it's more XP for me. Maybe it's just because, like, I'm not playing very crowded, busy times or something. And then Misami Sato, usually 3 or 4. Okay. So I gotta kill a few of each in order to get the log entry, so that makes sense. And I think, now that you mention it, I think I have seen the little icon and things pop up before, I just wasn't paying that much attention. Like, there's so much on the UI that still I haven't, I guess, taken the time to learn, that, like, I probably need to spend some time off stream and just, like, maybe go through the forums and try to understand what all the different icons mean, because a lot of them matter. Like, I thought the arrow spell was completely useless because it was so weak. And then it finally occurred to me when I was playing earlier today that causes damage over time. Which is super useful and super worth my time. Oh my gosh, there's 2 of them now. Okay, that's fine. So it's very good to cast arrow constantly. And if I was smart, I would probably cast Repose on that other one that's attacking me that I can't attack currently. But I'm not that smart, and because I'm a scrub using a controller, I don't know how to switch. I think it told me how to change my target, and I forgot. So I only know how to single-handedly attack things. Yeah, so... It's the second time this... I was doing so good about not getting killed, and now I'm not paying attention to my health. Like, as I was saying, I struggle a little bit when it comes to, multitasking with my eyes. Like, I get very focused on, like, a singular thing, and then I'm just in trouble. That one, okay. Alrighty, well, time to pay the ferryman again. I didn't even notice if that actually cost money. I mean, I literally haven't used my money at all yet. Like, I've been getting, like, new equipment regularly enough through the side missions that it hasn't been a problem. And since I can heal my own status ailments pretty well, that also hasn't been too big a deal as far as like getting items for that. My biggest problem is that just can't focus on anything for more than like 5 seconds. Alright, Corrupted Air. If you're above the maximum allowed level, it will be synced as follows, level 14. I'm not above that, so that's fine. Alrighty. That's a lot of things. Okay. Yep. Alrighty. Alright, this is... Huh? Whoa. Leave the healing to me, channel your energies in defense. Okay. I really hope you're gonna heal me. Thank goodness she showed up. I got worried for just a second there. I was like, this seems pretty hefty for a level 14 max. Oh. Are you super sure you're gonna keep me healed up? My gosh. Oh my gosh, go away, please. Okay. Sweet. Duty complete. I did it. Okay, so that was just designed to make you panic. Ah, well done. The wind no longer keens its frustration. What does that mean? Let us return to Full Flower. Cool. Did you... I have to walk there myself. Okay. Anyway. So, Misa Misato, if you're still there, I'm guessing you're more of an expert in this game. How long have you been playing this? Just out of curiosity. Not wandering into that fate. Screw that noise. Oh, lightning. Ah, I must apologize for exposing you to such danger. The corruption was greater than I anticipated, but it is through such trials that we flourish as conjurers. Now then, Grayson, what did you learn as you struggled within the air's grasp? You will doubtless have noticed that the wind does not strike with the instant crushing force of Earth. Instead, it torments one's form, dancing across every surface and leaving 1,000 tiny wounds in its wake. These are the agonies of erosion. Having experienced such pain, you are now intimately acquainted with wind's capacity for patient destruction. Okay, so that's like the damage over time. Okay. No land is a stranger to its power. When you stand under distant skies and feel the wind's familiar caress upon your skin, remember the lessons you've learned here this day. I suppose I should be grateful that this latest elemental disturbance manifested itself at such an opportune time. Only the gods know what I would have taught you had it not. Yet the growing frequency of such phenomena begins to concern me. While it is true that the calamity wrought much harm upon the Twelfth's Wood, I suspect some other forces at work here. I bid you remain wary, Grayson. But enough of these ominous rumblings. I regret to say that your time with me is at an end. Return to Stillglade Fen and inform Brother E-Sumi of your newfound mastery. Oh, and be sure to thank him for sending me such a willing first student. I did it. Okay. Yay. For a few months? Okay. Well, you still probably know more than I do. I mean, I guess it was like 5 or 6 months ago that there was like the great exodus, like where everybody was kind of starting to jump onto Final Fantasy XIV. like WoW kind of had its meltdown, and so everybody was leaving that. And then at the same time, I think like Endwalker, I think was about to come out, so people were excited for that. So I mean, a good time to have flashing is really trippy. It's a good time to jump in. Like that actually was part of why I wanted to start now too. Is like now that because my friend was explaining that my brain. He was explaining like the Endwalker expansion was kind of the completion of the current story that it started with, like when the game first started, basically. And I guess I can probably assume that a new story will be starting shortly, or with the next expansion. But it seemed like a really good time to get into the game. So it's like, okay, I can hop in, I can play the full game, and I can experience the full story without having to like wait like multiple years between installments and like content updates and whatever. I can just hop in and enjoy it from start to finish. So seemed like a good time to get into it. And yeah, I chose Conjurer because my friend was explaining that it was a fairly like easy class to start with. I can definitely see that, since you can kind of solo play pretty well with it in this early part of the game. And I really didn't want to, like, tanking seemed like a lot of work and people would get mad at you if you were bad tanking. But hopefully people will like you if you're a good healer, and I think I'm not good at multitasking yet, but as soon as I get good at paying attention to that kind of stuff, being a good healer seems like it'd be like a fun way to participate in dungeons and raids. So, welcome back, Grayson. The elementals inform me that you have opened your ears to the voice of the wind. That is well. Having made allies of 2 elements, you are well on your way along the path of Conjury, though full comprehension of these forces will only come to you in the fullness of time. Be patient. As you seek to embrace nature more fully, so will nature hold you more closely. They made you study wind? Oh. They made you study wind? Why bother? You don't need wind to heal things. Whatever those dreary lessons tell you. Conjury is inextricably bound with nature, Sylphie. That dreary lesson is one you should have learned by now. I assume by your presence here that you have once again abandoned your tutors? You must understand, if you persist in casting spells without the proper knowledge... I have all the knowledge I need! My mother never needed to embrace nature to heal, and the people she helped were thankful for her art. I'll learn Conjury the same way she did, and become just as great a conjurer, you'll see. But I didn't come here to argue with you, Brother E-Sumi. I wanted to tell you that I've discovered how to cast rays. Jeez. How? What were you thinking, girl? You know not what you do, what you risk. You're meddling with forces beyond your comprehension. Should you even attempt to use that spell, I will have no recourse but to strip you of the name of Conjurer and banish you from our halls. Do I make myself clear? Why must you be so angry with me? It's not as if I were trying to hurt anyone. And this is how the path to necromancy starts. That's... Sylphie. My dear child, that is precisely the point. My apologies, Grayson. I hope you do not find these constant disruptions distracting. As you have just heard, Sylphie's mother was also a conjurer who is unable to use any spells outside of the sphere of healing. Needless to say, Sylphie seeks to emulate her in every way. It is a rare and wondrous talent to heal without relying on the energies of nature, but such power is not born of true conjuring. By all that we know of the art, it should not be possible for Sylphie to cast rays. I shudder to think what would happen if she tried. I
fear my inability to set her upon the true path reflects my own failings as a teacher. I am only glad that those same failings have not hindered you. Whether it be with my help or in spite of it, I believe that you will become a fine conjurer. Already you are blessed with great power, and more shall be yours should you persevere with our art. As indeed I hope you shall. Yet, however much you grow, however powerful you become, remember that ours is a power borrowed, not taken. Before you depart, I would speak with you of one further matter. Thus far, you have completed 3 tasks to my satisfaction. I would officially recognize your efforts by granting you leave to join the other guilds. Gridania is home to guilds representing lancers, archers, leatherworkers, carpenters, and botanists. Should any of these paths appeal to you, you are free to seek membership at the associated establishment. I but ask that you bear one thing in mind. While man is given to curiosity and want to explore new paths, only through focus may he attain true enlightenment. Naturally, it would please me most if you placed conjury above other pursuits. Yeah, I imagine that would please you most. Regardless of the path you choose, however, I have every confidence that your deeds will be to the honor of all concerned. Go now, Grayson, and seek your destiny. Ever shall the earth meet your footfall, and the wind guide your path. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. Oh. There exist myriad disciplines in Eorza that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, it is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. That makes sense. I get new clothes. Amateur's Dalmatica. An amateur's hempen coif? A coif? It's a coif. Hempen dress gloves. Amateur... I can only choose one. Oh, man. Get some... I'm still wearing those stupid oven mitts I got in episode 1. Could get new gloves. An amateur's hempen coif. Hats don't... I mean, I can equip hats, but they don't really work with the Vieira. Amateur's Dalmatic. I don't know. Defense. Magic defense. Regular defense. Magic defense. Regular or magic defense. It might... Wait. Okay, these are all magic defense, so... Right? No. Yes. How does that... I don't understand how that works. Yeah, I'll take the robes. Gear sets allow you to save several different combinations. Okay. Cool. People are usually pretty nice in dungeons, especially if you let them know it's your first time. That's good to know. I've heard, like, because I've been digging around on the forums a little bit just to, like, I try to do, like, minimal research before each stream just to kind of have an idea of what I'm in for. And the general feel I've gotten is that people are pretty nice in this community, which is good to know. Because I think a lot of, maybe not a lot, but the MMOs that I was familiar with before this one, or just like a lot of like these like long-lasting games in general, that are like 10 plus years old, they kind of start getting a reputation for like kind of like a toxic community, or like people, like a community that's like not very friendly to newbies, because like people get like frustrated if you're not good. But I've heard that people are pretty fair in this, and there's even like the, like I've still got the like, little like a leaf icon next to my name, and apparently there's like some characters that'll have like the mentor icon to like specify that they're specifically willing to help me, who have the green leaves and things like that. So it's really cool that this particular game has done a fairly good job of keeping people like very positive and kind, and that the community is that way. Because like my E-Sumi-Yan, I don't know if you were here at that point in the stream, but I mentioned before my only other experience with MMOs, I don't know where I'm going, My only other experience with MMOs before... Oh, I need to go there. Alright, I can go. I can start doing other guilds. That's what it is. Like, my only previous experience with MMOs was, like, playing RuneScape, like, once or twice. Like, way back in the day. And that was not a positive experience. People were very unkind. But... And that really turned me off from MMOs for basically years. I have... Next scenario... Surveying the damage. Oh, okay, I have a... Okay. Can I... Okay, so I just need to head south. Okay, I can do that. I think I have time for a couple more quests tonight. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to... Once I get a bit farther into the game and the actual, like, multiplayer part of this starts coming into effect. Because, like, from what I understand, most of, like, the opening scenario is pretty much a single-player experience. Like, obviously, I can see that there's, you know, hundreds of other people wandering around doing their own thing. But it doesn't really affect what I'm doing at this stage. And there's not much I can do to interact with that part of it. But I think it's like once you get past the, like, whatever point Gridania is and you get to, like, the next main city, that's like when all the other stuff starts opening up. And I'll be able to kind of start playing with other people, which will be interesting. I'm hoping I'll be able to... Because I have a friend who's already been playing this for a while. And I'm hoping I'll be able to play with him and he'll be able to kind of walk me through some of that stuff. Because even though, like, people are super nice, I still would like to not be like one of those, like, annoying newbies. Oh, that lightning effect is terrible on my eyes. Like, I don't know, I have a fear of being being a burden. And so I'm hopeful, like, I want to try to, like, learn enough to, I don't know, to at least not be a problem for people. I want to be generally decent at what I have to do. Where am I going? This way. Oh, it's got the icon. That means I need to kill some of these, right? And also, I know E-Sumi-Yan was telling me I should focus on being a conjurer and just a conjurer, at least to start. And that probably is... There it is. Okay. That probably is the wisest thing to do. I might do a little poking around, maybe ask my friend about the consequences of multi-classing early on, if it is going to be a problem more than a fun thing. But last patch, they added an option to run dungeons with NPCs for people who are too nervous to go in with other players. Hey, that's like me. Okay. I wonder how well that works. But I think it's good to go in with people just to get used to it. Yeah, I mean, that's smart. I imagine, especially like for the higher level dungeons, it requires like tactics and coordination that you're not going to get with a bunch of computers. So, yeah, I probably just have to do with people. That'd be the smart thing. Surveying the damage. A guard at Gilbert Spire named Morangwin needs you to recover the surveying equipment left behind in a cave by a startled recruit. Such an embarrassing turn of events. I sent a recruit from the Bannock on a surveying expedition only for the craven to turn tail and flee at the first sign of trouble. This is not how we treat requests from the Conjurers. And as if such a poor showing weren't bad enough, the lily-livered half-wit left behind the surveying equipment provided by Hero Pauline herself. while I attempt to instill some backbone to this so-called soldier, would you mind recovering the survey gear and returning it to Hero Pauline Gabino's Bower? Gabino? Jeez, I don't know. According to my recruit's tale of woe, there should be a set of survey records, a surveyor's rope, and 2 boxes of surveyor's instruments strewn about the interior of a cave to the south of here. It's a wonder the fool didn't lose his boots. Ahem. Matron watch over you. Alright. Walking the planks. Break faith. No, there's a lot more quests that have popped up, I guess. Cave south. Oh. Okay, so it's somewhere over there. So literally straight south. Even I can't possibly get lost. I don't know if that's like the graphics settings I have it set to, or if that's just like how the lightning works in this game. But that's like really disconcerting. Because like I'm not really, I guess I'm not like looking up, so that's probably part of it. But the way it just like causes all the shadows to like invert. I missed the cave. I forgot what I was doing. Yeah, the way the shadows like invert whenever the lightning strikes to like cause the lightning strike effect, like really wigs me out. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, that's right, bog Yarzons are not my friends. Yeah, I think I figured this out last stream. At least I didn't figure it out, but I noticed that like when I was trying to fight bog Yarzons, they were angry automatically. That's weird that he's just on the side there. Never noticed that. Okay, if you turn that off. Yeah, I don't know. It might just be like the lighting effect. Like I have all the graphic stuff on default because I wasn't sure how my computer can handle it. But I imagine lightning storms don't happen terribly often anyway. But it's not really like a big deal. It's just kind of like it kind of resets my brain every time it happens. Like I kind of lose what I'm saying for a second whenever the flash happens. Because I'm easily distracted, probably. It's wait, so Misato, you mentioned that you've been playing for a few months. Have you like finished the main storyline yet, or are you still working your way through it too? Because I've heard this is like a pretty lengthy game. And I suppose it also kind of comes down to like how often you play. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. SK7731. When you have a moment, create a gear set for your Conjurer in the character menu. I shall do that. Oh, it was SK. I didn't realize you were still here. Actually, I haven't been talking with you at all. My counter for the stream probably doesn't really tell me too well who's here and who isn't. I thought it was just the one person, but finished the base game in the first expansion. Super slow. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like,
this game has so much side stuff, and also the fact that it kind of seems like every month or two they have like extra content they add, or like limited time events and whatever, that you can really just stay busy forever with this game. So I can see that. Like my goal has been to try to, I mean, I didn't do a very good job today. I did a lot of side stuff, but it's like I do like doing like the side stuff, but especially like this early on, I feel like a lot of the side stories are probably pretty boring. Just mostly like fetch quests. Like that storyline that's going on with Emeria and Elbert the thief seems pretty interesting, but so far everything else has been pretty run-of-the-mill. But so when I have a moment, create a gear set for Conjurer in the character menu. Oh yeah, because that's right, they said something about the armory chest. Subcommands. Wait. Displays gear stored in your armory chest. All gear is automatically moved to the chest and sorted by type. From here can be equipped, repaired, and returned to your inventory. Character menu. Oh, okay. No gear set is chosen. Make a new one. Conjurer. Oh. Okay. Oh, that probably is because all the classes have different gear for them. And so I guess in theory I can create new sets as I add new classes. And that way I can... Okay, that makes sense. I feel like the game mentioned that at some point, or maybe like when I was talking to my friend, he mentioned that. That there's kind of like a... Because the game basically has like a job system, and obviously every job has its own specialized stuff for it. I need to find one more. Survey records are still missing. Can I just... Ouch. I probably can't run from you. Okay, I am missing survey records. Survey records. I ran right past them. Perfect. Can I... Oh. Oh, oh my gosh. You know what? I probably am just gonna have to... Jeez. I really made this harder for myself. From the character... Okay. Yes, I think I got that gear set, like, preset made now. And then, yeah, recommended gear... Should not be reading in the middle of a fight. Recommended gear button is very useful too. Automatically equips the best gear you have for your class. That is... I have been using that. I have been using that... Can I click on? Wait. Gosh. Where am I attacking? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I've been using the recommended gear button. Like, that's another thing where I've been a little bit lazy. I haven't taken the time yet to actually learn gear and the different, like, stats and things. Like, I'm sure there's a bunch of nuances. I've basically just been hitting the recommended button, and in the quests where they give me gear, I've just been picking the thing that either looks coolest or has the most, like, plus numbers on it. And early on, I'm sure that's good enough. But as I get later into the game, I'm definitely going to have to start learning stats and figuring out which ones are useful for certain classes. Like, I think... Like, I've been noticing, at least with, Is he going to interrupt me? Nice try! You tried. Run. Like, I'm sure I'm going to have to learn things. Oh, but I've noticed that, like, intelligence and mind, I think, come up a lot for the Conjurer items. So I'm guessing those are important stats for a Conjurer. Where am I going? Going this way. So that... that's probably another thing I'll do off-stream, because I imagine navigating menus isn't the most exciting content that could be made. But it's also important so that I don't look like a darn fool when I'm trying to play the game properly. Hovering over the stats in the character menu will detail what does what. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to do that when I... Wait, where's the... Inside? Yeah, I'll need to do that off stream. I'll have to go through... And I'll start especially like with what's important for the Conjurer and kind of go from there. Because I definitely need to start learning this game a bit more in detail than I have been. Yes, may I assist you with some matter? Oh? This is the equipment I left with the soldiers of the Bannock. Fled at the first sign of danger, you say? I see. Well, all is not lost. It appears the recruit managed to complete the surveying assignment. The records are actually quite detailed. With the changes wrought by the calamity, I thought it wise to send the order of the Twin Adder on a number of expeditions to map the region's topography. As fortune would have it, the officers saw these tasks as an excellent opportunity to train inexperienced soldiers. We can no longer rely on our past knowledge of the Twelveswood. If we are to survive these troubled times, we must reacquaint ourselves with our surroundings, that we may better discern the threats we face. Stay vigilant, adventurer. Hempen... Oh. That's... Disciple of War. They get the good stuff. Hempen Cowl. Those got big numbers, so I'll take it. And I leveled up, apparently. Man, I'm so good at games. Yeah, recommended gear. My favorite button. Yeah. I look like Link. Great. Pauline. Pauline at Gabinot's Bower needs an adventurer to cull the growing anole population as well as gather one of the Scalekin's eggs. I hesitate to make such dangerous requests, but might you assist us in thinning the number of anoles on Naked Rock? In our efforts to commune with the elementals, we conjurers often find ourselves in the area. Of late, however, our meditations have all too frequently been interrupted by unprovoked anole attacks. Truly, the beasts grow more aggressive by the day. Their numbers have continued to grow since the advent of the 7th Umbral Era, you see, forcing packs of the Scalekin to come down from the mountains in search of food. If you could slay a handful of the beasts, that should lessen the need to hunt and also serve as a warning to the anoles to remain within their territory. But I am afraid you must do more than thin the existing population. If we are to truly break the spiraling growth, then we must also target their future offspring. That doesn't seem nice. Bring me one of the eggs, and you'll have played your part in returning balance to this area of the forest. Alright. Gabino, what do you want? Gabino at Gabino's Bower is looking for an adventurer to deal with the parasite fungwar infestation. You mushroom-headed, spindly-legged spore-spewing abominations. Suck the life out of me precious trees, will you? You the 7, Oh. Thank the matron. You look like just the sort to help me deal with this nightmare. My poor trees. Trees I have tended since they were scarcely saplings. I might add, have been infested with parasite fungwars. If I let those pests have their way, my babies will be naught but deadwood before the week is out. Smear a little of this amber unguent on an infested tree, though, and the horrid creatures will drop clean off, allowing you to administer adventurer-style vengeance. Did you hear that, you malignant toadstools? Your end is nigh. You'll rue the day you... my apologies. The wrath was upon me. Fear not, I am now quite calm. So, the fungwars, that they are, have attached themselves to 3 trees. Once you've ground those treacherous mushrooms into a pulp beneath your righteous boots, come back and tell me exactly how it felt. Oh my gosh. I love this guy. He's my new favorite character in this game. I hope he becomes very important. He's probably not. Cool. Yeah, oh, there's a lot. Oh, that's probably the fungwars down there. Okay. Hovering over the set. Okay. Gear you've been getting early on have been generic gear for casters, which have both intelligence and mind. Healers use the mind stat, not the intelligence stat. Okay. You don't have to pick up every yellow side quest, see. Should leave those for if you want level other classes. That makes sense, actually. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, that actually makes sense, because they do give good XP, so that's Ooh. He looks like he has that under control. Yeah, he's fine. That's a good point. I probably... Yeah, if I decide to get into multi-classing... Because, yeah, the side quests do give a lot of XP compared to just, like, regular fighting enemies. That is something to consider. Okay. So we're almost to Naked Rock. Oh, there's the annals. So, okay. Oop. Oh, you were right there, in fact. I asked, Misamisato, but, SK, how long have you been playing this game? I'm guessing you've been playing it more than I have, because you seem to know a lot about it. Ooh. I like the Slay 3. Oh. Okay, so you just... The reason is you'll hit diminishing returns quickly as those yellow side quests don't scale up to your level. Okay. Oops. That actually... That makes more sense. So yeah, I guess if it's like a level 4 quest and I'm level 13, that's obviously going to do me a lot less good. Compared to, that, yeah. Oh, so wait, so does that mean... Oh, so I have to level up. I've caught up to the MSQ. Okay, wow. So you've been playing this for a minute then. That actually... So you have to level up for each individual job. Like, so if I were to start a new class, I'd basically be back at level 1, is what you're saying. That's... I guess I didn't really, like, look into it. I kind of assumed that you kept the level and that the classes just involved playing, like, the side quest for them. Like, I thought that if I, like, say I wanted to become a Lancer, like, I could go join the Lancer, like, guild, and I'd be level 13, but then I'd just have to do all the Lancer side quests, and I'd gain the abilities through that. In a Realm Reborn. Okay. So that's something to keep in mind, then. That's, okay. So I gotta be real careful when I get into multi-classing, then, because that's a bit more of an investment. Wait, I needed to find... Wait. I still needed to obtain the egg. I forgot about the egg. I imagine that'll be a big glowy thing. Get away. Oh, there's a lot of stuff here. Okay, so that's important information. That's good to know. Now, you guys know what you're doing. This must be like a... I wonder if they know each other. It's an awfully large... Aha! No regrets. Okay. That's an awfully large group just to be hanging out randomly. I guess people probably hang out in this game outside of the dungeons. There's no reason to not to, I guess. I really haven't, like, interacted with other characters much at all, except for, like, accidental fates, so... Not too clear on how that part of it works. Did I... Wait. Soldiers... Okay, so I need to go to the Pauline. Which I think is in here. Gabino's Bower. Ah, you have returned. Now might my brothers and sisters continue their meditations undisturbed. You have my thanks. As for the egg, may I ask you to deliver it to Sub Kamazom at the Bannock? Anole eggs are both large and filled with nutrients. The perfect meal for a soldier. She'll be more than a little pleased to see you, I should imagine. Alright. Back to the Bannock. That'll finish the quest, it looks like. Alrighty. Sweet. So, man, you've been playing for over a year? Okay. So you were playing it before it was cool. So I think it was like last year when all the hubbub went on with it, but don't fret about leveling. The game gives hand over fist and XP. In fact, you can easily over-level just by playing the starting class only. Over-level the story just by playing the starting class only. Okay. Yeah, I have actually noticed that I feel like I'm not really doing, like... I mean, I'm basically doing, like, no grinding, like, off-stream or anything. I just do side quests and things. But I've already been pretty well over level requirements for all of the main story quests, and, like, I haven't even tried.
Who goes there? Oh, Grayson, it's you. Hmm? Another delivery?
Here's an egg for you. Don't eat it all in one bite.
I'm not certain I should be the one to... By Nofika, that's an anole egg. The troops will be glad indeed to see one of these at the table. And you say Hero Pauline sent you on this errand? I hear the anoles are more numerous than ever, yet you appear to have managed the task with your skin intact. Your skill and bravery continue to amaze me, Grayson.
I get a spear? No. No. I get a stick. I get a maple stick. Like I said, like, I do love playing the Conjurer. I gotta say the gear is less than thrilling. Although I guess, again, it's probably like early game gear doesn't sound so cool. But like, I've been playing quests, and there's items that are being handed out for like the Disciples of War, where it's like bone necklace, brass knuckles, all this like really cool, tough sounding stuff. And then I'm literally wearing, like, I think one of my optimized items is a pair of tights. And at one point I had, like, I mean, I guess these are still thigh boots technically, but, like, it's just very, not quite as cool sounding. But oh well. But yeah, okay, so yeah, you did start before the big hubbub where Blizzard shot itself in the foot again. So, okay. Yeah, that makes you can basically put on sunglasses and call yourself a hipster of Final Fantasy XIV if you wanted. You've earned the right.
Grayson, thank the gods you've come. We have a potential crisis on our hands, and I would appreciate your assistance. Will you hear me out?
Galfred, Chief Instructor of the Bannock, would entrust you with the task of investigating Spirit Hold. Oh, cutscene. Kind of.
Listen well, for we haven't much time. To the southeast of here lies a dungeon known as Spirit Hold. It was all but destroyed during the calamity. Desiring to offer the ruins back to the forest, a hero ventured inside to carry out the rite of returning. Alas, it would seem something has gone awry. Word arrived just moments ago that the hero and his guards have been attacked by a towering shadow. Aye, you heard me true. A shadow. On any other day, I would dispatch my best quivermen to provide support. But I sent them to expel an Ixali incursion in the West Shroud nary a bell ago. The timing of these events cannot be mere coincidence. I fear the Ixal somehow caught wind of our plans and are attempting to disrupt the rite in an effort to weaken the bond between man and elemental. They must not be allowed to succeed. And so I bid you go to Spirit Hold and do whatever is necessary to resolve the situation. Please, say you will help us. I knew you would not let me down. You will have all the support I can muster, which is apparently 0 troops, as I have none of those to muster. I don't know what support he can muster. Now, we are racing against time, so you'd best make haste. What's the support you can muster? You pointed your finger at me. Is that really all the muster you can support me with? Oh, man. Where's that on the map? I think... Okay, Spirit Hold broken. So it's way over that way. What time? Ooh. I might actually have to call it here. I'm trying to limit these streams to about 2 hours a piece. Just in terms of... He's giving me emotional support. Yeah, he is. That's all he's giving me. That's really what it all comes down to. Like, we need your help more than ever. But, good luck with it. Wait, where are we? I am... Gosh. There? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I better call it here. I'm trying to limit these streams to about a couple hours. Just for the sake of, and I don't want an individual stream... Where am I going? I don't want an individual stream to run too long. And also, I got a lot of things I got things I gotta do before it's getting somewhat late at night for where I live. And I have work and such that I'm supposed to be doing and whatever. So, I'll probably finish up here. I've been ending the streams at the Carline canopy, because that seems like... I can't remember what it said. Something about, like, if you log off in sanctuaries, you get, like, resting XP or something. I don't know how much that matters. I don't know what counts as a sanctuary, but they mentioned it in here, so I guess that's one of them. But... So, alright. I'm gonna just pause that right there for a moment. Let's come over to here. Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. So yeah, that's gonna be it for tonight. I've got my schedule set to where I'm gonna be streaming like about 3 times a week, like every Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. Like roundabouts this time that I started today about. Where I live, I start at like 8 p.m. I don't know where that is relative to everyone else. But yeah, if you want to hop by again, feel free to. You can either just, click around, like get on YouTube around that time and look for the stream. You can subscribe and hit the bell if you want to be notified when I'm going live. I try to, I schedule the streams ahead, about a day ahead, just so that it's there and ready to go. Try to get all the whatever set up for it and planned. But yeah, it's been really fun talking with you guys tonight. I really appreciate the advice, as I am still kind of trashed here at this game, striving to get better. So yeah, I really appreciate the help. It's been fun talking. And yeah, hope you guys have a good night. We'll maybe see you around next time. All right, bye.